The Steel City might be most associated with its legendary NFL franchise, but people here in Pittsburgh know that the ties to the Panthers run deep. Glad to have you with us here at Acrisure Stadium, home to the Pittsburgh Panthers. Today, we have one of those games that tests your focus. Top 25 team against an unranked opponent. Can you take care of business? As we see a squad from the Big 12, the UCF Knights, taking on the 19th ranked team in the land, the Pittsburgh Panthers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Pit lined up, ready for the opening kickoff as we get things underway. And it'll come out to the 25, no attempt at a return. So the UCF Knights offense will get the first possession of the game. And here he comes, the guy who pulls all the strings in this attack.
And I think what makes him so unique, he has such a good understanding of this offense, always seems to know what the answer is to the test.
Always in control. The receivers know they're going to get the football. Everybody believes in this dude.
Caught behind the line. It's Harvey. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Line gets set, first down. They'll go to the ground. They start the afternoon with a run, and it goes nowhere. Second down coming up. They feed him again. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. The Knights are in the hurry-up. Brown will throw it. He's moving out of the pocket. At the 35, he's open. He'll move it up to the 37-yard line, and it'll be a first down. The Knights come to the line with a new set of downs.
This is why everybody grows up and wants to be an offensive coordinator and not a defensive coordinator, because he can do that. He drops back, he's supposed to pass, but you know what? I'll just scramble around, and I'll just go get plenty of yards and pick him up and put him down, and I'm faster than most of your other guys too, so good luck stopping him.
Well, the offense is trying to make it look like runs, so they play fake, and the tight end, he comes right out of his stance, vertical downfield, gets one-on-one with a much smaller DB, and is able to make the catch for a big game.
The quarterback scrambled around, but the defense able to scramble him and turn it into a sack. You know, the entire concept of the play-action fake is to slow down the rush. Didn't work.
No, they didn't bite on it, which was great defense. They didn't bite on it. They knew it wasn't a run. Played pass, continued to get to the quarterback and get the quarterback on the ground.
And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack.
And how about that back-to-back sack? You want 2 sacks in a game? That's a great game. He is flying around, getting to that quarterback and getting him on the ground.
This is a 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
And they didn't have to blitz. They brought in the dime package, more speed on the field so we can cover in the back end, and then let the D-line do what great D-line do.
The Knights will punt it away on 4th down. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. So Pittsburgh's offense will take the field for the first time. And they seem to believe that they can take big plays away and man coverage by just locking him up in this matchup, David.
Yeah, and it's hard to lock down a great wide receiver, but a great defensive back versus a great wide receiver, we got a showdown.
Yeah, let's be honest, David. Most defenses don't have a dude like that, a cornerback, that could do that in a game like this, but this matchup is unique, and it's going to really determine the outcome of the game.
They gave themselves room to operate with that first play. Now first down from the 37. He finds his man.
Well, the defense playing zone coverage there. They're taking away all of the QB's primary options down the field, so he has to check it down to the drag running underneath.
Looking to throw. Lets it fly. It falls incomplete, and man, did they think they had that one set up, and it didn't quite work. This defense will try to force a fourth down on 3rd and short from the 45. Looking to throw for it. They're trying to get to it. And the Panthers have a first down.
You can tell this is a pass play. He has his eyes down the field. He's looking to throw the football. But how nice is it when you got a guy like this that can scramble and go get you a first down? Just really hard to stop from a defensive perspective.
Going up top. Oh, he dropped it, and what a missed opportunity early in this football game.
And I love taking deep shots. I think it makes quarterbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you can tell just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. He's going to pass. Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. And he'll take it all the way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Pitt.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge. And also the anticipation, the time to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So it's an 80-yard drive, and the final 41 yards covered by that touchdown strike. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. They just didn't quite find the rhythm on that last drive, Jesse. They had to punt it.
I think they got to be more physical, David. I think up front they got to do a better job getting blocks and establishing this running game.
And how easy does football become if you're the more physical team? If you can threaten the run and then run play action, it opens up the whole offense at your disposal.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Knights headed quickly to the line. Brown wants to pass. He's got his man. Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. 4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. He gets a block. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything's working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
He'll try to do it himself.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Wide open downfield. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. offense getting set for first down.
Let's go.
Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Pittsburgh has the lead. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary.
UCF 0.
They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the second. He'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. He's looking to throw it. Finds his man. It's Reed. Touchdown, Panthers! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone. Look, it's still early, but we have some real distance being put on the scoreboard right now.
You do. It's early, but you got to find something positive. Right now, everything going in the other direction. So how are you going to respond when you've been hit in the mouth early in this football game? Got to find something positive quick.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they covered the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass. He'll bring it out. It's Harvey. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Tackled after picking up the first down. The Knights want to pick up the tempo. He'll come out throwing on first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's Harvey. And oh, he was off to the races after the catch, and they finally drag him down. This first half of offense won't go on the highlight reel so far, but starting to get things moving. It's 1st and 10. He wants to throw. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built the lead.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Brown will throw it. They're bringing heat. Pocket starts to collapse. Hey, that's a live ball. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And, man, what great effort. You could tell he was fighting, scratching, breaking tackles. The problem is when you give all those second efforts and you got all those guys holding you up, slowing you down, now that football becomes vulnerable. You can punch it out. Defense punches the football out, lands on top of it. Nice momentum swing for this defense.
The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. They wanted to set the tone, strike quickly. Jesse, they've done exactly that, up 2 touchdowns.
And this quarterback has been dialed in, too. He's been so good reading coverage, going to where the open guy is with the football. And they've been up and down the field doing it so far.
And this defense needs to make something happen right now. You've already given up a couple touchdowns. Your offense has got nothing going. Still early in the game. Get a stop. Create some momentum for your offense.
Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! They thought maybe they could contain him. They thought wrong.
They did, and Don't call him a quarterback anymore. Just call these guys skill players. I mean, so fast, you can tell the angles just get chewed up. You think you got a chance to catch him. I'll tell you what, put that in your back pocket. Understand, that guy can fly. I better make sure I take the proper angles when I'm chasing him.
Getting aggressive here and going for 2. To the air, it's Holstein. Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4.
Set to kick this one away.
And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? They just haven't been able to get anything going, and they better get started or it's going to get away from them, David.
Yeah, and these are the weeks that you really wish that you were playing a video game and you could just reset the console, start over, Jesse, and make something better happen early.
It just looked like they're sleepwalking in this first half, and it's not just one guy. They just haven't been playing collectively as a unit. And if I'm the head coach, I'm considering starting to give some other dudes some chances.
This quarterback needs to stay true to his mechanics. He just sort of heaved it up off the back foot.
And these mechanics are crazy. You see all these quarterbacks on the field with towels before games and doing that little salsa thing that you see quarterbacks with their hips, you know, popping through. But it makes sense because you have to have that good, strong base underneath you. Otherwise, you start to sail that football and miss your target.
4th down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Now on the return. He only needs a sliver of daylight. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Caught close to the marker. It's Thomas. Giving him his pads. They ripped off a big one, and they get it down to the 27.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact. So it's okay for him to make catches. You just got to get him to the ground quickly.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Got some room, headed to the goal line. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. This offense is about to face the one thing that can stop it. Time expiring in the first half. Before then, they can get enough. He snares it in the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers.
This offense is really dangerous because of the weapons they have on the perimeter of the field. And you're seeing they go to these guys early, and they try to give them opportunities in one-on-one situations and vertically down the field. 2 passing touchdowns now early for this offense.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. It was capped off by a 1-yard touchdown pass. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum, and continue.
And he can't escape, and down he goes.
And if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no response. This offensive line has no response, just a sack party.
This offensive line has just been unable to keep them away from the quarterback. Now it's 2nd and long. Got his man downfield. Hard-hitting tackle. A timeout is called as this offense tries to find a way to get more points on the board before the half. Ball is at the 42-yard line, close to 4-down territory. Here's 3rd and short. He's going to take off. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the 1st down, and he slides in safely. The Knights come to the line in the hurry-up. Brown wants to pass. And they're not on the same page there.
Yeah, and you could tell he was locked in. And plays are meant to go to certain guys, but sometimes you got to get back, you got to read the defense, and make a different decision if they play the right defense. And right there, that was one of those times.
He wants to pass it on 2nd down. He'll throw it. Got it in the middle. It's Harvey. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a 1st down. The Knights come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They'll throw it on 1st down. He makes the connection. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground covered to pick up the 1st. We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Catch in the middle. It's Hudson.
Yeah, great job creating space. That's what you're supposed to do. When you get man coverage, you got to find a way to get a step, make it easy for your quarterback to read that leverage, and when he drags across the field, he could see he had him. He completes it for the 1st down.
Grabbed on the outside. It's Pittman. Not much of a secret who they were looking to, but doing something about it is a major problem.
It's so hard to stop on these 3rd downs. You think about it, he can block, and then he can go deep. He can release, intermediate. The tight ends are so valuable in today's football, and especially in the red area. They find him, and they get the 1st down.
And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. Feeling some heat. Quarterback moving. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Brown will throw it. Unleashes to the end zone. Throws it back across his body, and what do you think happened? Intercepted.
And that's just excellent coverage. Man, cover 1, nowhere to throw the football. Look at everybody playing man across the board. You still got the safety in the middle of the field. Nobody open. And if I'm the QB man, I don't need to force it. I don't force it into tight windows if it's not there. He throws it, unfortunately, gets the interception. Bad decision by the QB there.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. He's going to let it go. Brings it down on the right side. They finally get him stopped. Man, oh man, did he almost make a play to end this half, but stopped on a touchdown-saving tackle. That's going to wrap up the 1st half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a first-rate game so far today in Pittsburgh. And we can't get very far into this halftime breakdown without talking about that stud linebacker. But the kid's been everywhere all at once through 2 quarters. From clogging gaps to causing turnovers, he's been a one-man gang. Public enemy number 1 for that opposing sideline. With that said, let's send it back to the guys in the Steel City.
The Knights will boot it away to start the 2nd half.
Set to kick this one away.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. They love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. They'll start this third quarter with a run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Well, you see the defense make a big play there in the RPO, and they're doing it because they're starting to load the box. If you're the play caller offensively...
He's looking deep. He's got it on the left. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down.
And a big reason why this team has the lead in this game is because of plays like that. They know they've got firepower throwing the ball. They've got the dudes outside that can make things happen. You saw it in the first half, and you see it here again early in the third quarter.
That kind of play will send a surge of energy through your offense. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 40. The give out of the gun. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
Second down coming up.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking downfield, it's Holstein. Pressure coming. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long, different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there, but on that play...
And the quarterback will take a sack back at the 36. And they'll have to settle for a field goal try. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. That is no good. Guys, after this dominating performance, I guess the head coach wanted to be able to yell at the special teams coordinator.
29. UCF 0.
Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. That last drive was a punch in the gut, throwing the pick in the red zone, Jesse.
Yeah, and it just seemed like there was some miscommunication down there in the red zone. David, this drive, the QB and receivers just have to do a better job being on the same page.
Yeah, and I think you pull the positives, right? We moved the football down the field. We had a chance to score, but we can't let those opportunities slip between our hands. Let's go get some points.
He hurls one deep down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. He's got 1st down yardage across the 50. They'll mark it at the 49. The Knights come to the line with a new set of downs. The wide receiver shows motion. Trying to find his man on 1st down. Trying to get to him. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks. That's just ridiculous.
The 1st down sack pushes the ball back for this long 2nd down. He'll try to pop the draw. And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football. You can tell.
Picks up just a few before he's brought down. Not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. The Knights will send out the punt unit. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. And the punt goes out of bounds. We'll see where the officials spot it, but they certainly gave him no opportunity for a return. The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know what? Don't leave it up to kickers. Execute better offensively. I think you move the ball nice. You got to keep that in mind. But Palmer, I think you got to stay aggressive and don't settle for field goals.
Yeah, because you got to know there's just no margin for error right now. You just have got to be able to execute at a higher level.
The give from the gun. And he slid through that attempt, and he's got room. Racing down the left side. The 10. Touchdown, Pitt. And the punishment has been extended. What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot, man. He makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
My philosophy on going for 2 is only when you have to. Looking to throw, it's Holstein. Into the end zone for the 2-point conversion as they extend the lead. That drive took no time at all. Couple of plays and finished it with a long run for the touchdown. Kickoff team lining up to send this one away. On the move from inside his 5. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
This defense has taken the game over. They're winning the game in large part because of how dominant they've been up front, how good their pass rush has been.
After the big first down sack, it's second down. He's looking to throw. And it'll be incomplete. This is some physical pass defense. 4 punts already, and they've got to convert here to avoid a 5th. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Oh, he would have loved to pick up a few more yards on that return, but they've still got it at the 31.
And that's the advantage right there of having your dime personnel on the field. You've got an extra DB. You've got an extra guy out there who's really good at covering. So for quarterbacks, you've got to be so good and precise with these passes because they've got speed in the back end. They're able to come away with the pick.
The Pitt offense back on the field and ready to roll. They're going to open this drive with a pass. It's caught downfield. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. You get that turnover and you try to punch them hard immediately on the first play, and they come up with a big gain.
And when the defense is running on the field, you are thinking sudden change, sudden change. When they create a turnover, a lot of times offenses want to be aggressive. They were, and they get rewarded.
Works his way ahead for about 3. It's down at the 8. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. They'll put the tight end in motion. Rides to the back. Knocked down after a gain of 1. They'll mark it at the 6. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Caught in the backfield, it's Davis. Touchdown, Panthers! And the route is on. He has been surgical. Precision passes, using the scalpel, the fine instrument, rather than the blunt one.
The defense has had absolutely no answer for him. Just, he's been down their throats all game long, a step ahead, understanding what he's seeing, and just destroying this defense.
They'll try to add another to their lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they get it into the end zone with a 6-yard touchdown pass. Hauls it in inside his 20, and here he comes. And the returner will be knocked down. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
They'll ride the hot hand. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the third. Now on second down. Guys, that's the end of the quarter, and Pittsburgh has the lead. Well, guys, so far, this has been a massive beatdown, and it would appear the biggest challenge is what kind of records can they set as we have a look at the third quarter stats. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the fourth. Let's see what they've got on second down. Brown wants to pass. Bought a little time, lets it go. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on. Ball is at the 41 as this defense tries to force the punt on third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Buys a little time. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
This is why third down is so difficult for quarterbacks, because the defense substitutes. They put faster guys on the field, and they've got all of their different exotic looks they've been game planning all week for. Some things you haven't seen on film yet, and it confuses your offensive line. It confuses you, and you're out here just trying to make plays, trying to do something right to get a first down. Wasn't able to gain a lot there.
The Pittsburgh offense is back on the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they've wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room, because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
And now on second down for this offense. He's looking to throw. He's going to run it. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains.
He's got such good awareness in the pocket. He does a good job of feeling the rush, and you know it's a pass, and you want to keep your eyes downfield, but he sees an opening, and if he sees an opening, he's got the ability to go get it and get a first down.
Showing off those sweet feet as he gets it to the 45.
Guys out of the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
Gets him down at the 30 after a 15-yard pickup. They are threatening, and they have a first down.
And how tough is this guy to defend? He drops back, everything tells you pass, and then he scrambles and gets the first down. Just so hard to defend.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And he's running in the open. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9.
This guy's been special today. Coming into this one, they thought they had an opportunity really to get him going, running the football, and he has delivered. You've seen the speed, the vision, his ability to break tackles. Well over 100 rushing yards in this game, and that's why they have a nice lead here late.
Relentless, tough running, gets it down to the 4.
Well, he's had the hot hand, 3 TDs in the game already. I like just force-feeding this guy the rock some more here, Paul.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. They've been the more physical team. He does a really good job finding the end zone, running the football.
Touchdown, Pittsburgh! And the beatdown has ensued.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me, or I should get conservative. Because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
No backs with the quarterback as they line up for the 2. Let's go! Dropping back, it's Holstein. Unloads to the wideout. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. Now they'll try to get another possession with an onside kick.
UCF 0.
They were ready for the onside kick and executed perfectly, and they secure the football.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Got away from trouble and got rid of it. That's caught. It's Hudson. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. Still some work to do after that last completion at second down. He's looking to throw. The sweet feet buy a little time. Quarterback tried to scramble around for a while, but the defense able to bring him down.
I know this defense came into this game hoping to get pressure on the quarterback, but I don't know in their wildest dreams if they ever thought he was going to look this good. I lost track at 5 sacks. They have been all over this quarterback today.
If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Getting some heat. Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense just cradling that fumble and securing it. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
And the defense able to get pressure to the quarterback, and they've got everybody trying to swipe at the football, and the impact on the hit sometimes jars the ball loose. Great job with the pass rush, and a better job forcing a turnover.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. Looking to move it through the air. He's going up top. And the pass is complete. He's got it at the 20. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. They'll throw it from the red zone. Finds his big tight end. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. Operating in the red zone here on second down. To the air, it's Holstein. Fires into the end zone. And swatted down by the defense to stop the scoring opportunity.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying to make big plays. And they've had a great day so far.
He wants it all. Touchdown, Panthers. And the pummeling has started.
Points, points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns in the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Now a 2-point conversion attempt coming up. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Moving toward the end zone, ball out!
It was a golden opportunity on that 2-point conversion attempt, but he fumbles. You got to have better ball security. They come away with no points.
56. UCF 0.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Set to kick off.
Grabs it inside his 25, and here he comes. And the coverage team gets to return on the ground. Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. The offense uses a timeout to stop the clock, and they'll get a quick breather. This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He's taking a deep shot. A beautifully placed ball to the outside, and the toe drag for the big pickup. The Knights have it with a 1st and 10. He's going to pass. And the quarterback is snowed under.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field.
That's the last thing you want as an offense, a negative play, a sack on 1st down. Coming after it. And this defense is bringing the heat, another sack.
And man, is that just indictment of the day. Your quarterback getting drilled late in the football game. This offense has sputtered. They haven't found any kind of good rhythm. They haven't done things that really gives your coach confidence and makes you want to believe in them. This offense has a lot of work to do before their next football game.
And whatever they did on 1st and 2nd down, don't do that anymore. 3rd and very long coming up. Gets it out fast. Got room at the 35. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the 1st down marker.
And man, this defense has been so good today. They've built a lead. They know how to play with the lead. They haven't given up a lot of big plays. Right there, that's one of the bigger plays they've given up today. And at this point in the game, garbage time, you're all right with that, man. That's just padding the stats for the other side. No big deal.
A 1st down for the offense. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Pulls it in. It's Johnson. Still on his feet at the 45. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. Timeout is called with just a single second left.
Timeout, Pittsburgh.
After this, it'll be a wrap.
3:25.
To throw, it's Holstein. Whoa, does he turn that loose down the middle. One last incompletion, and that'll do it. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his way toward a windshield, and they did splatter them, an absolutely dominating performance.
You got to give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play and motivated right from the opening kick. All 3 phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better than that.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents. Start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're going to do you, put up a bunch of points, and win by a lot of points.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of